is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Ahaya Boadu TV so yema munyina akwaba empambra so. Na de tell ne say Ansah Bobie kwabena. Waka asɛm bi dia fa Okatakyie fifa mensa comment a wo make here about Sharaf. Eye omampanyin Gyankroma ne Mahama ne ba Sharaf a woye boxing about bi na trending social media be bia obia Sharaf Emma Anthony Joshua kra ba bi say empanyimfo baye despite no Azuma Nelson no na nya senketo kra na eno na Okatakyie ko bisa say na wo Sharaf wo small boy unye ska we adwuma be na ye unye ska utimi organize a very big bout man for baye foreigners ni de kika kan ana Bobie Ansah say Okatakyie wetiti ja oh so worry da wo ye na wo Gyankroma ne wenum kra na kufa do makra je contract painting contract ne ho no ma edi o man ni sika na Sharaf na onya connection wo ye no sinchen a wo se Ghana yede MP before esu omusugo omyem sa na hese MP before de munya Gyankroma ne mbo ensem zoomlion so nsema be piem
enya freedom na aba mamenti we emfam free onwie na mawie and ye ne de anapai me ye ho adwuma and I know say me nua kwa me afrifa we no debate we no ya close no ya close chapter no because we mean nua di 4 na di 4 just say ye ko ayi we ye betra aguna ne awura wi amwase ho no obi ahu ye na kwame we bra di 4 o contenta no so nyina bra di 4 minu ya di 4 we minu ya na chese ni bra kakra na aba na ni bre so yenkumani Sharaf ani akufu adoma bra me say Ghana ha ya yeti no obi ani obi o kwame obi ani obi o ai me say me busami ni Okatakyie Obaba da be Thursday onu de onche ye adwuma 1 Edwin so why no see ensum nam no onche ye adwuma 1 say na Akufo-Addo opposition na Edwin ye adwuma wa ha na no ye adwuma na oje eye 2 cities omo office ni din 1 One ye kura mefa ayi Rebecca ma train ne Akufo-Addo tri nyina bom nsia no one hwe wunya ba kokora it depends my nsia no one hwe wunya ba kokora one me I don't talk about people's private life because me dey anye me dey anye so me obi private life and say dey obi born bra emfa me ho but yet kroma obi anim obi One. Kwame, 1. Pacho. Aja frifa. Minia. Bo. Oya bo. Why name say Sharaf? Wane na Sharaf. Me Sharaf no. Let me say this. Me Sharaf no minim no. Me so ni me. Me nhyia no baby ada me nhyia no kura ada me nya na damfo me ndimi nya na damfo right and I'm not defending him because of John Mahama. Records. Where records are a war. The minimum a person me save you from actually train kakra. Me say Sharaf from 2016 year or papa Eko Fie. This boy, he has invited sports icons Abagana on several occasions. And the Joshua first time, when invited icons. Or papa position 8 years. Or launching BBB sports right legacy. Say foreign boxers icons. They came. You know, some state money. In the Kufa, this Karimano. Please, Charlie. If you want to say something about your enemy, I mean, Charlie, you chrome your nyumbi, or so become once a more. A yakadi womb. Odia so become once a more. Cano creno. No beer, who dear my. Sa Mahama for if you on ano or me hustlers. Kwame. John Mahama a war position. Ko hwe afu a wodoye. Watiwuram sa farming e yo mu fio e firi omu fio Peter Odobi Alfred Odobi Alfred ko hwe Alfred afu nefu emo afu e wo north. That is how they are. Well, they are lucky. The omudo omun sabe so bia na yeyi. Nyame. Ubetimi di utia saka ase amana faso. You can't change it. You can't do anything. Yeti kroma Gabi Ochidako na inka ne nsa nka da. Obia no obetimi akire Gabi Ochidako, se Gabi Ochidako ye adwuma wei. Gabi Ochidako, obia no obetumi akire se Gabi Ochidako ye adwuma wei e wo kroma. De hu ya ne se Gabi Ochidako ne nanfianfia se Jot Tosca wa ye yie se tam. Amo no Gabi Ochidako wei etimi sika eche media for Gabi Ochidako sa time Asɛm FM near Pyramid House oba ne shirt ne collar echiri fin asa ofiri eyi ekrobia mintimi modin wo Ghana ha ena eba mbodia problems ne collar say in if ni fin Gabi Ochidako na tari fin ne collar say ni hu fin ya the ba Asɛm FM Gabi Ochidako wei omo no ena ya san kwala journalist for no omo Gabi Ochidako na ya no omo popopopo ena ya no omo woso wei da Gabi Ochidako wei wanya adwuma wo wiase da wo di ni freelanding buy okobo gala wei eya omo di ni eche no yi ni rasta oba na rasta guri trisu se tie nie no mo fra no koforu dia rasta why na enim Gabi Ochidako we si wa ye ama say African entrepreneurs there and there kra no ono ka ho ofi we fucking boy we Gabi Ochidako wanya adwuma da ne nan kan da ne nsan kan da why ye say tam enti Kwame Sharaf esha ye training na okosan eye football club e Belgium enti sebe abi nyanti hu wante akola we share sports yes say okra FIFA certificate as football agent meboa do you think it's easy to come by na sa certificate dey kura no ene enkrofo dodo a why agent amom ntomu ntuaneka and I say obi anti obey agent amani bia no obebo bra kwa me free farmer na say free fee bra be say we me ye agent be sure say we say me ye agent na even program we kura no sponsorship na da bi o kwa me the records so setting the records platform you kura no kwa me who sponsorship abi nyam na buso ubenya. If you want to criticize the Mahama family, come clean. Let's debate. o compare wo to Akufo-Addo mu fio ye betimi a kire mu a ma wan hwe nsuo bebom ensa ni bi ho aka ne yanka ye nyina efri kuro baako ye nim asante bedi atu wo nya adwuma da wo wiase santi bedi atu Gabi omodidi wo Ibrahim mu nsam saa fri omo nkola abrem wone ai polado mo kire omodidi eye enkrofo nsam saa se Paul kra de no media mu endi Paul obitse Paul mo kire se wondimi nkase onya adwuma da. Yeah, it's not fair because he has been in the media space working. Wait, Okokaya was a statesman, a newspaper. Kwasi asema no atu o didi no o sori anopa no anom next cafe onum wie no onum ade ni wie a no aba be ka kire nkrofo se meals ayete se kraman no di ayi achi running sachi gabuwe ni our pyramid house odi ya busa ko bi fi agbankabatu reti ase anko be ka kire o munyina be ka kire o busa derekaje otu ko no kura ni no na ne shirt fin esuru sei fin pa ya men satan gabi shirt wo de chami amenye mempe ene waso aye shirt 3 pieces gabi so aye and if you want to talk about look opa yam peki family ni nyina ho oba hunu ne ma o hye nkrofo fie ene emu abodamfo edam. And when we are asking, say, Edwin ska wa he $6 million. You are coming to compare this, bro. You want to compare this, bro? Charlie? Me no care. What? You want to compare this? You know go fit. Me no care say Ibrahim Mahama neba. Lenti kwame frifra se me no mienu ne ye Ibrahim ama mark e be sori se koya adwuma se de ye ni ji e ho a ye pani jigijigi me no ka say Ibrahim ama ba ese football training camp wa jane papa Bugatti ene dia no se training camp no ne boys ndi ataso den under 21 wo ko bi. And yes, Ibrahim Untino didn't call him boy no bobo and wo Okobi. Omo buy on one side do omo camp. You are the boy see kikri nam ni bia. And crofo no cry Ibrahim yi ka se chawo. Hwe ka se sisi fie waja ho. Hwe ne ma wo fie scale wo fie a waja ho. Enti adwumade wo omo emojam to kwa me mane ha why omo fio efio sikane de odwene ho a wadwene bebom wotu wasa no otu mark de ahwe nkola ado omo yes ba ko adi so amani tiate efio sikane de kwa me minu mienu ye nyina ye fie bi ni ho jai kasa no twaso na de pe ode kakra bia me no ye benya bia ye mfa nko bomfa ne agora ne mamponi enkodi o ko dwene we nu selfie of ko dwene wo musika ho hwe Gabi da su di Ibrahim Sem Gabi musmin ko yesmaka me da no Gabi ntimi nko ntimi nko yere adinya ko asem be kure Gavin Timin call. Manuapa no. Manuapa. Masa, Gyankroma answer mo. Mo bia fi Asɛm. And on this note, I'll end it here. One thing we should understand. Let's have a very healthy conversation. Let's pick them. Neye Musa and Semnum Fuimfia. Ofa Health Ministry. Programs for my lunch. a Greek ministry programs on my lunch. YE. Kwame, Mati zoomlion Asɛm no. Zoomlion issue no na I continue list we Gyankroma no. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Edi wonto na ya PR ma zoomlion no. No. I heard say your official. No, don't help me. Maybe the information was wrong. You only zoomlion na Juma.
Me yeah Juma ma Ignite Media.
Oh, okay.
Original TV, Original FM.
Oh.
A subsidiary of Just Group of Companies.
Sorry.
According to Sierra Sedu Agongo.
Yeah.
Group of companies are class media.
You are right. Okay.
No.
Anybody no catch him no. Emma me Phyllis say you are working with zoomlion. That's in
okay. Issues banner discuss here.
Okay.
And you'll be out on radio so and critical thinking. And answer your objective.
So because of you work with the radio, but the point is he's your boss.
Yes.
That's all. All right. Anyway. Oh, me cry there. Me say see I see meeting because I meeting once I think 3-4 days ago. Na me in town. And the anopena moon say as a Ghana web, say zoomlion so about your story be say oh and yes almost cancel yeah. Na almost time now so. That's all. That's all. See cross. But you see, me I've always advocate on the decentralization. Right? The only issue is that the assemblies no enya sure say ombetimi aye adwuma no. That's all. Because I mean on minus one. Right? And I say another issue is about say the ombesi tua model under that model no sanitation model no the way ombesi tua omoka we want to wait and see all those modalities. Then we can have a proper conversation. At the end of the day, you know, sike ko zoomlion botum. Say ankodu botum me and mam botum and mo bia botum. We just want to make sure the right thing is done. No be so, be so. You know be so. Huh? Na ko jo Gyankroma baba be catch John Mahama no mo say. Se wo mu na mamu no so o mo bra no Kwadwo minim say emmo number but brofo na akata adwene no so but at least minim say emmo from multimedia nyina emmo ade ne yanya we no kuku anya ba minim say aduru say okura 125. Then the argument now is, we cry enchebia. And 1 month cry, it has happened. And 1 week pekra, and see, you know, so. And 3 days pekra went me and yebi. 2017 when you took over, went me and 3 days nibi, went me. And he said, say encho, who cares? None ran before projections of 3 days ago say it's likely say fuel ever rise. No more about 2 years as well. I buy for na fuel no and this didn't go to fuel. The people should understand NDC argument then and today. And the difference is that you cannot hide behind Iran and Israel war just to punish the people with taxes. And this argument, no. And the argument then that you cannot hide behind Ukraine and Russia war to punish the people with taxes. Yes, no mujremu. Enipa we dey na chance was asesana no tell me say me dey enti nipa we was asesana no how just tell me ene enam hu ye say gas cylinder omo atete so ene you see their elements will try to find fault with Mahama, but end is be grow manimu ase what do you Kroma mbe end is be grow manimu ase last minute electronic yeah and you said da kra they know yeah me say anya ndisi we no na ye omo yawo ama omo kasa no eye Mahama no na ye omo ya that the pain, that's where the pain is coming from. Akwasi momo de 125 125 ministers na eteba 125 ne buba ye friend ne buba chire mo de choko tro da jump na mo akofa cement 125 ne ebuba and today unim ha dia ayomo you cry say JM no aye mistake to bi yeah the ochre mwanu aguase emfie nwotwe kwasiasam nkwa kwasiasam na mudichire okruma kwasiasam purely kwasiasam obeka sa jimi fo mienu ya do matra ka chiri se omfa yenko. And you see, look, Ghana for moment there, MPP naturally, omo pedede, omo deden there, omo nimiyo. Odi adwuma ne ma omo ayaka because kodom upon crement me hwe ye anim en control position kantre Ghana for say NDC for mramage afutuo free MPP eho ewa amayo amamu ho abakade kodwo kwajo unim krofo ne ma bi nom so unim nom di anka bi amede hia ne senso afa ni wasu a gyan ne bese o yesi ano om di bibi egu pepe mu yesi om di si om ano o twi om twins bi ayi bi no dia you sign on friends cry ganja ni yesi ba ku ganja ni cry ba ku bi aba yesi your friend is skunk. I'm going mo nom niema o ai mo nom niema papa awia kataba wei na de atoso na huha yese ni esa no omani aso setane no krofo keka na so kojo wasu niema bi no mo a hweye ya no so kwame yase unya yase omo twene saa aduane by rentam 2025 stop kontomre ayu ama stop na say kura sin kola no di bia ye tofe enenam meboa police for sorry so omo nyina dia ya hanhamau dia yo woman chi womo for mun ko police station me na we akwara body na ko numu na police watch wa mesiwo memi adu akọ o sha ade a wapiri ho na mskojo ade so wa sha se anum bia hweye na be hawo enye say red no so jai ai uba ya ka say wo krom ha say MPP betre NDC amemu what are you talking about as ahwe said the niema besi akọ then we can decide nyansani bu oman ya sa na nyansani bu man wa yi nipa 125 wa man timi anya fish and 56 for to be a fusa. Why are you coming on here? Kasa and toponko to be.
Like Jumakono, our contract with over 24 countries in Africa. Now we are no call Lagos. Lagos population is the same as Ghana. I did the same Lagos in our manual was signed contract for 35 good years. And Ghana has say we have a company like Zoomlion. Oh, you may have your issue. Human institutions. Obianka say perfect, but don't sit there and say something. When he said the record straight, the people say, we are Okasa as a media. Well, yeah, Juma company Zoomlion Dientino. No, no, can hear fact. And I dare everybody to come.
Obia, the final issue, they say, I say.
Fantastic.
You can't do anything
so
about
don't
it.
See the contract has been terminated.
Because me no always have had issue with that Zoomlion contract issue. We can on several occasions. I've had issues, and if you walk around and microphone be share, I want to be some so day. Well, you didn't catch a president. You me cook as internet. I don't be between me and I'm see to. So let's wait. Now the decentralization, because I have always argued for decentralization.
Good.
Right? Now the decentralization, what we need to ask the government is that district level, do they have the capacity? Individuals who come and bid for a year, they have the capacity? Let's roll it out and see how it will
the
pass.
The 1 year contract, Zoomlion provided management services and logistical services and omdema. Now that ban is on Zoomlion or by decentralized, what it means is say this assembly Sri Lanka sana befa. I was saying pan na tadi obeshe. Ni prote gear obeshe. And yama hold the bepra and on but that one thing Ghana for him say, ye ka sanitation, yes, o prank wow, o pray we in see ho. Bola no so be best sano de ko. Yeah. Can't be far, but the other be and now me know because you must say Ghana government or one compost site and now will be across the country. Zoomlion.
Mesuma raising the same thing about compost site. What do I say? That if you want to create a businessmen across the country through sanitation, I am for it. Because you mean Chroma now there be a nipa bakope and I say me Zoomlion me didn't feel.
So no, I'm very happy.
But the point is, at the district level, even say a private, say they're okay. Well, they can define the modality. Say, oh, over contract now. Also, Zoomlion so no one a pamatare, and they are the moment. In Tibia, we use the same format, but over district level, no, these are the things you provide. What I say, management and logistics. And I say, oh, you may provide the logistics, but if I need the ball and
that's one thing. Because you confirm sanitation law, no, Bola belongs to your bandia because Bola is a resource. But as you speak, Ghana buying any one recycling compost planter.
Let's see, maybe the president and his teams who were the idea of establishing recycling compost plants.
Establish how long would it take? Because sanitation bola na a culture. Yet here na a bola. And TNT train say abandoning causing compost plant after 1 month and sana asa bola diegu. And to where the near you need Zoomlion. Obianim na me de say a banka say or more prano or better market trium. That is where now a misunderstanding the war because the impression was created as a Zoomlion for the 8 and a normal 250. And I made the appointment letter by it says why you need to determine how much beneficiaries you earn. And that debate in the year and day will be your backer baby no any fact or fact and I also near Koyanim. And then a banis or one casabetum because government responsibilities will be a man fan a dumamono. A ban a better how much that person should be paid. If that person is not paid well, you cannot go and blame the manager their condition and say unto me and question and now you can we go and blame the programs manager why okay.
Oh, but sometimes the programs manager has power to also argue on your behalf.
Very good, and there's evidence. Documented evidence that Zoomlion over the years always propose increment of a year sub beneficiary in Sika. But the qua a abandon the pay, Sabana Peso 2 more and over 2. Yes, last year. omo propose omo call say omo be they say kiyama will be at least not less than 500 Ghana cedis. But the government who confer MPP omo the buy say they will pay them a year 300 Ghana cedis. Me the letter na ba producer wo me the ni nyina ba have say
500 na ono no na the say.
One thing you should understand and say this is the why you a year adwuma no. Aban no na fa beneficiary ni say call na kopra. And what how much will be tue nipa no. And what baby okwa akoye adwuma. And what how long woni ne be ye adwuma. And aban no any zoomlion so what different contract ni say san crofo ya mafo ma adwuma no. Mini atade am de be ma omo, mini mpaboa, mini praye, mini car, mini dustbin am de be ma omo. Enti provide that logistics ne fa ma omo. Afi kura mini office a omo beba de bia enti no wo office number report bibia management service enti how much zoomlion takes no eh on the contract between on abai what did I decide to abai
don't worry and have empowerment or propose 500 no now or propose for say for management service
anyo nana tie wo abai no wo di nipa na brem se me ni nya adwuma nipa ne me nipa ne ya adwuma no or complain say ne salary nye
yeah
me so abana provide service na me provide the amount no e cost enti afesu ne e contract bia no ma transfer me se aban me service na me provide ma logistics service and management no I need this money because cost of production me ba cost of production no cost nipa na de na ma me say me managing ma wo no one also complaining also want to give the best and in government when zoomlion propose I have 500 for beneficial only propose 800
okay that's all
if the government decide say zoomlion I'll give you 800 no because me no contract at the same time government anyway for contract one for majuma if the government decide say make tria beneficial 10,000 it's none of zoomlion's business
no the figure na you person TRC keke
it's simple you understand
so you propose hold on so you propose 500 for a year beneficiaries no proposal 800 and the government is on 500 no but they still paid him the 800
one thing you should understand is say any zoomlion business to go and propose and I say obe pay say to this amount you get the point meba because meba nana tie meba but let me just finish this point and zoomlion na fan adwuma e ya ban no na fan adwuma say zoomlion ka say me sraw say nipa na ma say me manage ni tuan 1 city na ban say me tuan 2 city a alabraka tuan 1 city a ban say me tuan 2 city alabraka so na ketia blame the government and zoomlion
zoomlion wa say mu hia
ye wie ni sa yanko ye ni
zoomlion onye bihu
me I put it there so whoever come and let's be nana before I go patrons and some so me ba na me ti wo nsama na kafa ba ye obampeni Mahama ba Sharaf any Gabi and Honkron ba na de ba kwa ye ye pa ye to form say so we MPP ni and this politics so nchen ya o Akufo na busua o mani bre Mahama busua pa se kazo obi ani bire obi a o mani bire wo mo pa say Lordina eti ne foundation grants and kunu be vice president and what the Gyankroma the bu ahiafo they provide amenities for the needy. Rebecca Akufo yire one tibida Akufo yire bete foundation 2017 after saying kunu be president baby a Lordina foundation baby ana no office a ho no operate no Akufo be we ne president na yire se ho ano pe na yire se sa building no sa office no Lordina echen sa office na ano pe ewia kete no mo se sa ahemfu bi a omo ni position wo mo ensa aseso ahema anomo ekwa demonstration ekwa Lordina foundation office or cantonment ko ka chen so omuntu. That's a plane now when you bring an cabeza. Mahama, if you are no Timu as president, as Adano Crano, it was like it was not meant for president. Or no what as a vice president or be a president will be uncle bear greedy or to the good moment ya. Ofria Bemuno, I'm running say yen sit down for man or Simon Koboka, more than moment ya. Yes, it da. Ye persefino, ye just say fino. Na Kufuado, oh, me them be president. Meyere enye in charge of contracts. Omanya bre omwa Akufo-Addo opposition oba Akufo-Addo ba kwa numu ekwa shiwi sheshe ma nani pa chebene free oye se bikusibom apie wasa no nsa abro de ne ka akokobo de late emisata asabro na vice president ekobo ni kam o say kona go bisa please for report on the buy please for na catch say sa ka no a Akufo-Addo ba edi kobo de late emisata sabro na vice president kemu ema ni bubu fa so no mo che no wa isi he no wa shishi abo wa isi he ejo wa shishi abro amanani ay se pemire fikusibo mu apie that's a brand na ne ba ebo no on record Akufo-Addo no opposition ni baba nya be mampo oba besia etimi shishi wi awia kete nya na dumpo na beka so night club no ba awia kete watimi asedama shishi amanani aben se ko bini
oni aben
nani aben se ko bini asa kalaka amfa ne kan ko bo biam say vice president sitting vice president and on the kobo ni kam Akufo-Addo ma abra no mo bono. Can you compare Akufo-Addo ma to Lodina ma anase John Dramani Mahama ma said na okay yet ha in opposition and a Sharaf okoko bo
why ni asimu why ni
obi ohunu bo obi ache sa brand ni bo what shall say so organize this boxing event no in opposition. Nobody asks. It's like Sami Jemfi. When Sami Jemfi started giving cars to NDC resources and Crawford, nobody asked in opposition. So where did he get the money from? But Babu no ya do ya. Yes, yeah, you remember mention baby onye nisika di fee. Eye ni bre no time. Eye ni bre no time. Rebecca, missing any bre. Lodina AC Hospital. Otimisi a whole maternity ward. Any children's ward, any chair, 10 key.
Nkranza.
Yeah. Was he do a body?
Yeah.
And obesi do on Nkranza. Was he sa makumi and sa free of charge on the chair yo. 10 key ye be any year juma. I need branya mo ye antino. Rebecca Foundation was Miss Maybe. Or Miss Mukwa was children's ward Kolibu. Children's ward no ko see no. Okwa national insurance scheme kwa nye juma ho.
Na see am the nyon is implemented.
What say?
Na on is implemented.
What say? And did that say day? Oh, there be did that so yeah day.
To the bia.
Nana.
There you, mercy there we. Na say national insurance scheme to me implement.
Nana. Nana, mami try dey. National insurance scheme no. Enya hospital bia na edi adwuma. Hospital bo free so on standard no is not for the poor.
Na Rebecca Asɛm.
Oh, nana tie mami nwe. Onu wonu say the standard no. Enye for poor and to onje. Kolebu ankasa. National insurance scheme eye adwuma ewo ho. But Rebecca Foundation word no ko see ya ne dibo anim. National health insurance scheme enye adwuma.
Na on.
And tell say wan see amfa man hiafo.
There be what the hell.
Oh, na nyo na ne didn't do dey.
Oh, on to the bia wo ma wo so
ya. Ni didn't da ho ya dey. Nana me say ni didn't da ho ya dey.
It's afro patel. Me run foundation. My baba be see there so. You were medical officers are a running facility no. They have the policy of running the facility. That's one component free more money. Was it me I mean
if your interest was to help the vulnerable because our word here can I say me baby and kwada omunya 8 months 9 months nya won premature babies. So who free said your interest as a foundation was to help the needy said the Lodina no e die nti na won ka say ade dem ye mahiafo nti mo ma nya adwuma.
No, but there are categories of things that fall under health insurance.
Never me say
no me there are what for one doesn't fall under health insurance.
The bottom line is that Okwa Rebecca Akufu Foundation is not meant for the poor. She wanted to be like Lodina, but she can never continue when she the same as Akufo-Addo comparing himself to Mahama, or Gabi Asarotidako comparing himself to Ibrahim Mahama. Your tiny and bread. And Lordina 8 years in opposition. On no hospital commission makuma 3. Akufuado the whole government couldn't commission 2 or 3 hospitals and Nyamaguma Ejuma. Lordina in opposition built more hospital, providing more social amenities than the whole government. And the Rebecca Foundation co-opposition less than 6 months. Where is it? And I'm back to your petrol once and some. You say, so got to say, etikasi we are dream. A young man can say, Yemre. In opposition, as some MPP for kind, so Mahama and NDC and your alternative. As some kind say, alternative no ugly. Almost Mahama into me. Even in opposition, Makache say, Ebra. Dollar air cost Ghana for a complaint no. MPP be catch and say Mahama ne president and dollar ne better than 25 Ghana cedis. Ebra petrol 1 liter and 23 Ghana cedis Ghana for complaint. Catch say Mahama ne NDC ne wa be moa and ke better liter no 100 Ghana cedis. They told us this. Nyamin chadie Mahama by be president. Every time Mahama be a president for the past 5-6 months. Petrol from a year 18 or more heritage. A timia bar men ne oko some of the filling stations. A year 10 Ghana cedis per liter. And now minu because when him say in the midst of a year Iran, any Israel war no. Petrol asati petrol need this as Ghana. Yate. First, almost dollar no aba from no artificial. Because abano entre policy or the aba. Na policy be na check common sense. Oh artificial. Enya no kre ade artificial. Na mekọ se mekọ akosto dollar. Na mpanyampa Bank of Ghana say dollar no koto a 10 Ghana cedis. Mpanyampa say artificial it means it doesn't exist. Enya no kre enya real. Na mekọ Forest Bureau mekoye na mekọ akoto dollar mpanyampa 10 Ghana cedis. Yet they were telling Ghana for say artificial. Enya no kre omo say artificial. Petrol yesi petrol atebu was omo say artificial. Mpanyampa me ko gina filling station am say me to petrol. Yebu ma me ameka gallons do am metoni amount. The same me just omo say artificial. After some omo say no better cross sustain. You see how they are changing the conversation.
Argument.
First on to me yet. Or say artificial. Now the same people are asking say better sustain. And I will say here artificial and you want it to be sustained. Something that is saying real, artificial, yet you want it to sustain. Na government na kasa kura ba ye, ne policies ahodo 24-hour economy feed Ghana, any nyama ahodo ebe ma se bio food import kwa ni na kura nyans inserting in. And this is how things are going. And no kura nya enough to give you indication say there are better days ahead. Enti se bio nana enkrofo free say Omako school, yes, all me professors, name economists, name economists,
Professor
no Nana Sankro for me say they are threat to Ghana, the democracy.
Oh yeah.
The entire many that new be say me that go school be brain because I never come say Africa and Crawford the more and Crawford do one why go school no fa mipa bibini edu no osua ade akọ animu pa. Emu baako obehunu nyansa edifie nyansa ya aduma ma nipa nyansa mfaso de baako na na ka nyina omu ko school omu sua de kase na jimini dɔɔso mo na adwe ba ni tirim ko betimi afaso de wako sua no instead of so de be boa ni nua nipa no e ka obefaso de be wia no sa pepepe ne ekoso ha. They've been deceiving Ghanaians. Senkan people na teso ena petrol abanse ode 1 Ghana cedi Baba to petrol. So after so what me ama bono atia from 17 to 12 I ne that 10. A bonus water from 17 to 10 that's 7 Ghana cedis. Abane say 7 Ghana cedis na me di ama wo no. Mami mu 1 Ghana cedi. Na dumso no a MPP abande jaye no me fan solve. Ye nyo bi amana complain say MPP for no a. Abane de to na eba no. Ena GPR 4 any stakeholders so there be implementation date na bendodo mabrema mu kakrabansi o matiase abani gusra wo twen no ano ena wo hu se ekokasi asi Iran eni Israel ntino petrol bo ne eden a ebekosra na me no kase wo kan 7% and abandons 7% no it means petrol born in the coming weeks and days no likely say be cost ro and sa wan Ghana cedi ne kura no me twentwen so ansa me pese Ghana ni hu ton wo now MPP no asasa say David suspension ne kura de enye repeal be yi kura fa free one ne enko senka MPP abanya ka ya ho kire enko na de be hye kon hwe de Ghana fo sun esu ye ba e-levy Ghana fo bobna about some boa me de be hye kon COVID levy Ghana for Bobna abansi da me de be show kon eye betting tax Ghana for sun abansi da me de be show kon ye fa fru abansi minyi na wanya aban a ne fair tax a was so introduce our records must suspend because or monitor how eye Iran any Israel war no how be affected Ghana fuel was say onye enti kan MPP ko almost say the MPP can say yes petrol bo be cost aban safa to no to so na encost ya penny 18 Ghana cedis na yeah that's what MPP say omo penny 18 Ghana cedis no a enti for tax no to so na ekono mo nya de na petrol bo encost ya penny 18 is better than 10 Ghana cedis
last week na oni say MPP ni Africa driver no see omo ba bi o free call to amasaman no mate so 3 cedis omo making 20 cities, which means enka in actual sense enka obema no say 17 and also much to 30 man 14 cities also on MPP ni on be to on 30 cities do free so no Mahama tete so no on pe e wa masama and I met dia GP also on MPP ni
to betia
on there or peso tria service
so MPP no said onya ni levy ba o send sika on tria levy and the petrol one Ghana cedis no aban say was suspended but on the filling station okoto a on for one Ghana cedis so no fa mo.
One quick comment from Positive Change Medina. Bobie, we were told by some people that President John Mahama and his administration can never bring down the prices of goods and services. Today, what do we see? The prices of fuel, food, transport fares, beverages are all going down. Good governance is really in motion, all right? So, Fuseni West Guy Basseni is here with us on Facebook. I think a Facebook page, you know, activating to make me join here. Citizen, so, oil and communities. This is the time I'm for Phyllis at least. Bibi biting now. The president and his team are saying, okay, so let's hold on with the 1%. Let's monitor. To be honest, 2 days ago, $1 no. Oh, yes. No, it's the Then I think we saw fuel prices to somewhere 4 days ago. But now I've seen back. Your take on this Iranian
Commander, Irabri Mincho, na Mincha Muria Hunto, no production team, na Ghana from Pimpima Woti here. I'm the President Mahama. Yanshen ya obu collapse other political parties. And then kanipepuma enka yemu be ever fun to lead our parties. Because he is leading with some form of empathy. He is leading with a sense of care and a sense of the otse Ghana fu ye plight ase. Nation sorry ye no ye na there. Ye gona ye komunu so kobi. Omana ye timunu so timu bi. Inti nation say bia no it resonates with every Ghanaian. Because on che sometimes ne bisa yan there anana ye president not Ghana ha bia na don't not be fufer. Because even when we were all talking about pain, when he was saying that there is COVID, inti amanfo we adwuma asa asay ibi muntu munko adwuma ahokyere aban. Those were the very times we experienced e-levy and COVID levy. They did not care about how businesses will survive. Because business biya no sisi ana eri wo invoice a. Or there ejidam tuni na wodo. Commander na ejuma me yan there because na baby na miziza be keep me receipt. Now sometimes muhwe taxes nkwa mutua wo receipt no da. Na say me yisika wo mo so na me di mommo na mudu tua. Beside all the taxes that are on the receipt, I'm also being charged e-levy because I'm using Momo to pay. We've endured all this pain. So when you have a different government who says that even when I have majority in parliament, I said be motu mizibugebiara fem. You see, sometimes we should do this comparison, Commander. Even when it was 138, 137, or 137 plus 1 independence in Mpuno, we saw a government and not the bugari frame of parliament. Even when Onyono ne party now were the speaker, still they were trying to have their way in parliament and they didn't care. Even at the peril of the lives of some of the MPs, what the ambulance mumpo now what want to call parliament. Just to pass taxes. Mobaya Ghana for Yibutia. Yet another president Abba, he has so much majority in parliament. In fact, ni numbers so when obotu mu achemebie na the fa da MPP fo. Yet he has decided there ono no of buga even to Ghana fodo. Of buga mfem. His party has a double portion of the parliamentarians. With all the parliamentarians who kita or parliament, with a speaker from his party. That president is saying there, oh no, Ghana he is listening. And he has decided there, even before Ghanaians cough, because Ghana for breaker is tax and profit, they will want to even pay more. Because one of my words soon then, they are the same people we giant car no pay for Bokandu. Sometimes I don't understand. And the payment higher than America Day. Commander, or money are yet to me, or do baby no ye tria wufu cow, near that task for ye tria wufuska, near that task for cow. We're paying goals and owing the living. And you've created all this mess in terms of sikabutia, the coward
or some about cry you no more to mean someone for 87,000. Or some about cry you so which means about 87,000 a year. I propose my bill.
Commander, it's in America over 540 something million. A coward down. How do you want us to pay? So then a new government will come and will have to introduce taxes to get revenue. Then you yourself now, Bokono, you then turn around to come and complain there. Hey, why are you doing taxes? But in any case, this president says that no, I have the majority in parliament. I could have done all the things. Like my pain is, even when they didn't have the majority, they were willing to do anything to have their way. But with all this majority, he says that no. I'm anticipating there and sure in Israel and Iran walking or do susadu biaba or do susadu boba affect me manful and our capacity to even pay and to destabilize the economy or recession. Into we decide or suspend. Musi hey. And why am I you? Why am I you? You yourself say no. That's okay. We differ in implementation of it. You have a problem with it. So what else? Sebio, I am I mean, I'm so struggling to understand the mindset of the minority. In fact, what press conferences are why or do also say what to draw parliament. The number of press conferences they've done is more than the enormous they have in parliament. Yet they are struggling to make sense to ordinary Ghanaians. Because we can't even understand them and appreciate their debate. That if government is deciding there, I'm suspending something. You say you have a problem with it.
Meanwhile, you have criticized the thing.
But
the argument is that any scrap of you
you see, I think they are not. So we have a problem. We have a challenger. You solve. On maybe said we have a challenger. You deal with those problems. And they be a mechanic on my paying mom, and that's why I was saying there. He will collapse other political parties in there. Every time he decides to deal with problems, he decides to look 30, 40 years. Or dream can. Because you see, 4 years rather than one mama, Obia feel there, I should use ad hoc measures to solve entrenched problems. So the entrenched problems of this country, Obia use ad hoc measures. Maybe you see, within a very short time. But he always decides there, instead of using an ad hoc measure, I want to solve the issue. I want to deal with the root cause of it. So Ghana, we're heavily dependent on hydro. Oh, no, it's not sustainable. Because of the baby GBC, they will measure the levels of water of Akosombo. They be where you want to GTV. And then because that's not what Ghana is reliant on. He moved us. They thought about a gas planter or says to be savior or Mayiska. So he wagin I didn't go far. The same he introduced Esla just to cater for the debt that was being accumulated. Eso mo be mo di besa wo na mo lonto ni na. So now, what else do you want us to do? Sometimes, as political parties, we should be thinking of bringing on ideas. What was your idea in dealing with that canker? And I know now, a honorable from your mic can I say about Parliament today. Say, you sumba, about affect businesses, about affect in Tana Kone and solve problem. Kwamana. I took one now for your marking. Some now about in that hey, or china hey, in that hey, or china hey. So, what really do you people want? You were given in popular tree.
But I think, citizen, I think where they have gotten to is like, let's disturb the system. In this area, that is what I feel.
Oh, now anyway, what's an anchor? Bibi Papa Bia him no ye this woman. You see, if you say you want to disturb the system, well, unfortunately, I don't know.
Citizen, beyond that, what is the issue?
Because what disturbances are worrying, I know you didn't way assume keke. I didn't win no you way assume. See, Ghana fufu de ya bread. Baby, I Ghana ye fee. I'm gonna don't amudie shemi. Even when chiefs could not feel comfortable. Chiefs could not even just feel comfortable. Obia no one sitting with the show of flamboyance in our faces, where you were carrying chairs in V8 all around. We've seen it all. Afonyo Markin did not had the foresight when who sabi wan who and dream who and kasentia in the yanseni na ba into everything he has a voice.
Also they say an argument they say the omoye it shouldn't be repeated today.
No, but then he should set the first example. Because also you be there, Okasa Parliament. Now you see how it is like. Sometimes things that Afonya can easily let go. Ofido don't because Ofido don't know any be. They put him in a tight corner. He himself is not setting an example of what he's saying. Or preaching why he himself. Today, look at what the needless thing he did in his preamble to the vetting of the Supreme Court judges nominees.
It was too bad.
It was needless and useless. The use of that preamble was less. Unfatan. And if they should go on continue like this, Sabi, on the can opposition you offer alternative. And now one child, mutabe muso NDC alternative or alternative. And now muka opposition muntum alternative. On either munkabungum. Kana mulka gumuno sabi nyanse nyimon tasum. Governments will also spend D-levy. I must say, hey, problem. Corridor scrap. Corridor scrap. But yet, you have not provided how we should even deal with that situation. I mean, your position and come push the government today. No, you said you needed this under the certificate of agency. So it is very important. Continue implementing it so that we can get money to deal with the situation. Rather than you are even saying one scrap. One scrap don't go fiscal and deal with the problem. It is that the problem or the ones who know your butentima or China when you come back to power, then you come and deal with it. One more fear a popular watching about in a year phone. You couldn't do anything when you were the government that had so much money. Sikaru of Munse Moso we. Went to my fire. Market no positions are no tomorrow for I didn't pump back more money in front of Tempinfra. The more the Mayan said, Yes, and I'm going to my and some of them have the temerity to tell us that MPP is the only party that can develop Ghana.
Obigrasi NDC Emro Mohamed Jomama Emro Mohamed Efutu governance
what they what they
Mama come fante. I'll come back to you. I'm Jamaican was no chance to see you don't join here MP Tano South member energy committee so Parliamentary is here with us but my main kai was Semba Kope and says no be sending me now vision bus from Accra to Ghana 350 Ghana now 240 cities. I ask you before you start, what is the issue with Muniano minority for? What is the issue?
Omo issue nyina ne se ompese Ghana mfeli. Issue ni nyina bibia ne ba bia bia.
Really?
Yes. Ompese Ghana. Ohun se omo ayo mo nkrofobia se nye ye na ye ya enye.
But don't mean
yes, so share also say u tracy omo nananom. O se MPP no awo system no mo achewo. Edin na omo sesa no. Enti tracy omo nananom kwanom fa so ebu oman yi saa da bedru Ghana ya saa no mo te hwe ye ko tro 1992 constitution enyo mo ne push for democratic government omo okay yentimi so enye democratic government without a constitution
the Braniancho
constitution so as there be mabotai mintimi edwomu ni ba ni driver ni fitani metenase se won ka se me na menchro lawyer ni me na maben menchro dia ene me ma se mbetimi aya amonyama yenhwe nanu ye mampanyi Mahama ye bai o manga se free SHS ye ba betwam mampanyi Mahama bai eno se ekwa forum Ghana ni nyina ye dia mo me nyina enko tenase ni anjwenje ho ewo bra me enko oseme enko maba baby amode dollar na ekọ no enye me wo nimdia soronko a me de bebu me man but mo me enko dwendwe o man no economic forum mo me se me enko o mo se ye enko enti dia
ba me trace kasa
dia na ope hwe ene ade a ama dollar cedi na nya hoden pa baako ene good board ne no
I see
yebe pass be no mo se ye ntena se ye ko no mo ko sa levy asema ye ken na sector levy asema ye ken ni kwa se komo ka bi because omu ni kwankra fa so a ye pass ye no mu ni ho omu free ho so no mo ko tira Facebook o e no mo hwe ye
what all
yes ubedru omo office omo so no mo ti ho no mo hwe ye tina ha ni nyina enye so a wo se ye enti oman no mpese oman no ebo senkente sa wo hwe ba bia ade we free buy any issues are omo raise a so tena si din na so odwen ho a Ubeka so no de start free. Omo de start free say ye kra ye be ya ade no ya mo mama ne. So ubeka hono de start free.
Energy levy.
Yes. Hono de start free. Ye be ye no ya mo mama ne. Enti aden na nyina yes ye wa ha na at least kamunti enan so if any say other paper kra na enim other paper adendu mu ne ba ye nim ho hwe. Enso unim energy committee no your leadership no 4 and 9 2 a majority NDC and a 2 a minority 2 the chair and the vice a NDC the ranking and deputy ranking a MPP sa first second na ade beche 50 Sunday no I think it was first or so and sana third be pass no omu nyina ko share wa Lisa Hotel na MPP for the can be in fact the minority the minority on finance leadership on the committees the minority on finance committee no mo ka ho former finance minister honorable Mohammed Amin no ka ho no timbi honorable Collins Mensah Kwabre no timbi yes no timbi asene man so across so
omo deliberate
omo kwatna say in fact omo ka say one city no kura yes omo say one city no kura so anka aban say no say hwe say the aban no
was it captured in the minutes or a BBI here say
oh one who say they are certain I wasn't part of the meeting but say me leadership me a part of the committee and the leadership be brief here me ba what I say leadership kwa on be brief about enema ekoso in the meeting enunti mumu call ya muka say one city no kura so no ban so one city no eno na pese ye de adwuma no ye chair ene vice chair ba no be free caucus meeting ene mu brief ye say ye call ensiamu ko ye meeting no asem say ni na aba enunti on this date ye de bill ne ba aba amende and it's our ranking and deputy ranking am ebo amane as a meeting no call no tino no kono mo ye etu am ebo meeting na mane a me pa cho no ye NDC ni bi na ye
asemo
and so mo kotena ase agitu mu nyina MPP fo no nyina ne NDC wo nyina tena ase gitu mu say this is how we going to go omoda no mo ho a no mo say ya mo mama ne yempene ema dwumadie no embas menua dwumadie de ba de ntikura na aban beka se esese ba bia adui yenya bibi kakra na yetimi ede beboa the power sector unim enye the energy sector ya na nkofo ya mfom so sika na yeje no enye the energy sector ni sector no eso eso the power sector.
But what is the difference?
Okay, so power sector no you share the generation the transmission and the distribution omo ye enkanea no ho no mo ye enkanea no mo ye wo emunjichemu miensa ye wo the hydro and the akoso modam bui dam ye wo the solar and we abo anenya ensa na thermal they say no discuss na ye ni nyina no dodo na akogina thermal no so because hydro no enso no se duru epebra na enso level ba from pa na generation no eso ate enso to no a haso enso ba mu no na solar so awi amo na also generation na den ate but thermal ne de enso to awi me fa ne say ese generator se wo de fu agumu a na de na rane na ye wo petroleum side omo na ye MPA for petroleum hub for so yes in the so ba ye ho a ye committee no ye deal with them separately. Okay. Ye deal with power together with petroleum. Okay. Even though omo nyina ye energy but the ye ka no enye energy ye power. Okay. Me ba what you say. And so thermal plant no contribute 68% of your total generation. And a hydro 33 solar 1 pe.
I see.
Now mo ba be free mo 2 years to elections ni nyina no fuel a esenka aban no e na eto na otua no aban so se kwa koye election so dia we ni awie o de mo maye mo nko so na mo maye enkanea no na fuel ne de nyame ya ado ne wi election a yebetua
that is a power generators no
yes enu nti afi bia ba ne hia 1.2 billion dollars no de beto liquid fuel edi egu ye thermal plant no enti moje afri sa boka 3.1 billion dollars,
so which means for 3 consecutive years
3.1 billion dollars ye car oma buregu ha omo antua oma nsomu oma ma ho maache saka no eda ho. Now the energy generators and say power generators and say aban no call ye no aye 419 wa maya ye nkania de amano a nkania ne ka wantua fuel yede eye nkania ne so a wantua enti ene ekada ho 3.1 billion dollars saka ne da ho no se mo pese ma mo nkania ene die eye pay as you go sika de beto fango ne de mo fa mayen na ka ne da ho ehu ko be fa so a ye betua enti sa 1 cedi no entua ka ne bio
I see
e ka ne da 3.1 billion dollars no dabi afibia 1.2 billion dollars abani here de ato fango no e na abani se ne yenye jin kakra sa kakra nyana afini nyina ye 5.7 billion Ghana cedis it still sa abani sa ko pesika be so ne duru 1.2 billion ansa na watimi e de ato fango no e de agu ye fene se platinum mo baaye no me badam te se me nua panyi kasa hwe so ka se obe check baby afu ekoduru ye na o de check baby edi aba beduru a baby honum kura bro 7 cedis na woka no but the more the benefit of the doubt the last window ye the two aba na fuel 15 that is the last window the two aba no na fuel 15 cedis 92 pesos
almost 16
and the two aba
one figure
the first window in 2025 January answer the mampanyi Mahama ebesi so no entumu san bae ekoduru 16 cedis 90 pesos ehun ekoduru yes and the Mahama President Mahama esi so that is 17 cedis in so and today ye running average asam do koduru 17 cedis and ne His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and say papa any automatic so bia treba bia ka say fuel no automatic and so atia onim bia oka
they claim say a German so come from to OMCs for no mokofa ba no
onim
enye se bia ya ban no
enema miensa and determine fuel bo the kan and the international market price of the crude oil the tosu mienu and a finished product who say crude oil and the go car mu you better refine it and also nebo ansana exchange rate enti a German so bit my cheaper but so exchange rate ni nya so na okromu de nebo be den entu be ko other countries na ehonom no eso ate na affect na ebo na bafom but wo no so local currency ni ahoden a so na obekwa akoto abese your local currency enti fu obo no be den ebekọ soro na se na ye ka say international market price arise by 7%. That is from $60 per barrel to $74 per barrel. But as we speak today, yati fuel also. And night yati fuel also.
So forex
yes, because enra friend say come back for release press as a fuel diesel LPG and say fuel na petrol 2.2%, diesel 4.3%. And LPG at 3.2%. Even at the time when international market no air cost no a change mo papa ba na dey aye e was a sector no a amasi de nya hoden enu nti ese fuel want me dey etimi eba from enti automatic ese obeka say automatic enti say strike sa average na 17 cedis to 12 cedis no 5 Ghana cedis so dem me fa mo say time where the President Mahama esi so ye de ko achi ma be de say sa time no now President Mahama say sa Canada honum no $3.1 billion na eda ho ansana $1.2 billion ebe here na fibia enka we no kwa be na mefa so and almost suggested say MPP for no almost suggested say press conference ko do upon kroma kan ewom you can go back and listen to it yes or say Ghana ni no a all yusun kanea no e ka bia won kanea ne ho a e say Ghana ni na eden etua on record it is their press conference
recently
yes na no dey ye
in what context or can in what context
or say say kanu a eda ho no mu a aban so de levy sorry energy sector amendment bill na eba no beji 1 cedi no omo ni aban no nya adwen eti aban ne say opesika e de atua ka de a ko nsuo na bo ahina Ghana ni no yisu nkane ano ye mo no ankasa ntua ne ka because liquefy fuel na yeto no ye mfa nka the charges of light bills no
that's
power no enka ho and the aban no na efa na people for say honorable Kojo Upon Kroma say ye mfa ni nyina ma Ghana ni ntua unim ye calculation no na che say immediately say to nkane mba 58%. Ese nkane ntu mu ba 58%. I no MPP for agia tum ese yan tu nkane no 58%. Ana mampanye se dabi se de Ghana ayesi anyame adom men se papa na ama enema heden ba from mintimi ntu nkane am enti saa de a si strike average nya 5 Ghana cedi dia Ghana ni no onfa mfa so 4 cedi na me aban me so mefa 1 cedi enti ye de no enye se obekwa koduru pump okotofu okwa na aka kire se NDC aban ayen se de 1 Ghana cedi abanti fa 1 Ghana cedi ka ho per liter o enye sa na tie se ade no eba form enti ebete from 4 na kaka akọ 5 cedis enti aban se manenka 4 ha Ghana form fanfa so 4 no na me 1 na aka no aban nye den enfa mame mo nti ase almost second suggesting in the press conference and they say you be a friend technical losses enti aban na hwe say all the technical losses ni no be recover na bills and revenue no so watimi recover na ode akotua sa aka no enti mbisa me ho say enti mu tena ba mu emfie nwotwe a na mo bo sa aka ne gu ho no na mo nim say aban betimi recover technical losses na wasa kwa sili revenue at the distribution no the tuaka unim technical losses na oka no say generative power ni wia power no ebe go through gridco for the transmit omo na gi power no kese ni free omo mo generate no ma transmit omo fa e dia form humamu e dia command netco e na ECG
okay
na netco ni ECG omo na distribution no mo so dia ba ya fie mu na ya yisu no say high tension and from afar etimi ekabom na atija say jana ate no enyi da keke o power ni bi na ekọ no edi sam from na akabom na power na atija no Kojo Upon Kroma say aban fa ayi chensen enko gina ase na say from ensu to na say from fa na ekabom a na aban so power no na wasan de ewura cable no mu back. What sense does this make? Afi o say revenue power theft omo wiewia enkane no aban no enkogi sa sika no no fa metu aka menua say soye so peja sonye ne so mfa nsu enguma ebenwunu enti ese ye pekwan fa so a energy ne begina so se de be ya ebetimi aba na sa nhye ye wo aka no yetimi aye asili ni nyina na tumi aye time omo ti ho ka se aban ensili revenue no sa time na ECG containers aba no omo de bia koma metal company omo kwose no cable no ayi copper na ewum no akoton the same people enti na hwase mo kai me dwen ho a me nti ase aban ne se look sei isaya media bay manfa amma se me de bebu Ghana fokum me de ba ese me de ba aba beboa Ghana fo me ntwen ti se obi apenso o say Russian Ukraine war ye to se mentimo Russian Ukraine war okoto aduane kra se wachirura na ma Russian Ukraine war bibia was about the war now Mampagi Mahama say Ghana for to abano oman to abama Iran Israel war and oman to abama OMCs and oman to abama filling station owners and operators omo to abade ma John Dramani Mahama His Excellency any NDC aban enu nti me say ya me ye say ye hwe de ekoso no a me mpese e bia ntomu bi beba na ya sade wan si dia sa beden abeka hu biem. And for that matter, energy minister, any finance minister, mo monitor and sana and shebi ohono mo yaye. In fact, 16th no wasn't the first time one you suspended it. It was supposed to take effect on the 9th. 9th no na entokana started on the 6th. And you suspended it. And the 16th we so that's you and you suspended. Na obia ordinary edi ye include ye fango ne sa ne ma no onim say Iran omo ye the major producer of oil in the world. And obviously say BBC wo kronum na nkofo omo free baby aba ho repatriate na ye mie adwuma na baby ye extract crude no ye nya adwuma omo extract no ebe ketua bi no ebema ewiase nyina so akwakotwe asia ho enti demand and supply issue. Demand no ebe higher than supply ba ne saa ebo ne be den ebe kosoro enti montwen ne enya abotre ne efanya hyehyɛ ya MPP for say da bi yempene twene de yempene kura say ye betwen
time to die
enti mimi bisa say pa o de onim what na din na ye Ghana ni a bisa ho say e de ba de pote and MPP for pay me and no pay na me ka ba bi say em say omo no 12 CD na but in fact and depend on we be auto fuel baby 10 CDs 10 CDs 70 pesos baby 10 CDs 99 pesos baby 11 CDs 92 pesos depend on we be auto me so say ente so na aba no MPP form pay enti baby a mampanyi na na do duduru ye no MPP ni bi adu filling station na onti asa
senka be mo
no nko ne baby no na wo ye dede no okoso no kotofuo na so atia omba no veka che parliament say hey some ye man de mo begu ye party yo wo mo
really
the same people yes the same people
think amon say o man kakra no party ne yi
say o say o man say ya ena o man say ya ena nkofo adwen ebe ko option bi so but say na me ko no Ghana fo benya kra nka enye one party state because me fi say ye wo me mani free manya bedu be maduri me hu say yese aban bia ba be nhye na akodwom na akoto mo a na mo no eye 1 cedi de ba 60 pesos me hu bi da yate mo so yate anwa so kai senti ade yate so na aban be na obenye no be we
ka kire ye say ewiase enema bo onko nachi
ekonanim entu benya aban a ono abana ne nhyehyɛ ya oyɛ no ema timamufoɔ ɛho atom enti wo Ghana ni a sɛbesɛbe wutie yɛ no NDC MPP ni no ono odwe ni ho hwɛ MPP aban ɔma aban mu ndwe Ghana ni bi ahoda MPP aban ba aban mu adabi odwe ono ɛna busua ho Ghana pa ɛnhye hwɛ ade ɔmo yɛ hu dede ɔmo ka gu hoi so obeka ya ansa na mampanyi Mills Nyankopɔ fa ne kransie one President Mahama ebae no na ye only source outlet of gas na West African gas pipeline wapko so kaya se ne Nigeria for kobobo na ehye omukra no mbuafu mo se yatum ye mamo ni ni gas e no mbetena so mu se no SSA Ghana yankasa so yetimi ye ne ye den ni gas e no mo ye Ghana gas and that thermal plant no run on gas and liquid fuel. Gas no cheaper as in liquid fuel no. But the production of the quantity you be here near their power thermal plant ni nya. Enti yemi say MPP for enne omu ye de say ometra ba mu emfie nwotwe no omutimi ye gas processing plant ba ko pese yi e o ba bi.
Second phase no from anye.
baako pɛ so mtumi yɛ
second phase no yɛ
ɔmo yɛ kɔ hen ɛna me ne wo kasa yi feasibility studies egu so a nkrataa ba a ɛnɛ NDC aban sa bɛsi gas processing plant kɛseɛ baako asande aka ho sɛ kɔba ne saa na sɛ thermal plant no ɛrane on only gas a afei hu sɛ ɛnhyɛde bɛyɛ dɛn ɛbɛba fam ɛnkane no sɛ nka aka bibi sɛ yi a na Ghana ni otie sɛ o Ghana deɛ nneɛma nkɔ n'akyi da o yɛnte nneɛma so da enti mu kɔ ɛkora ne fa so ba mo ana mo bɛdi ɛnɛ Ghana ni na hu sɛ sɛ yɛte nneɛma so a ɛbɛtumi affect ubotom sɛ yɛte nneɛma so a ɛbɛtumi ayɛ dɛn ɛbɛtumi aka ho enti mampanyi Mahama deɛ ɔno ɔde aba Ghana no yɛnhu bi da yɛnhu ne yɛnte ne so mpanyi nsɛm da enti deɛ yɛsrɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa ne sɛ ɛmom mmioma so ɛma sɛbisɛbi tobe hwɛ yɛsate parliament no mede suggestion bi baeɛ ne nkɔfoɔ didi matam mekaa sɛ MPP foɔ metena ase dii mehwɛ sɛ dɛ ɔmoyɛ ɔmo nneɛma no na mo sɛ nkɔfoɔ yi ɔmo mfa de papa mmerɛ yɛma ɔmo ntena fie na ɔmo akatua no yɛma ɔmo 10% na ɔmo mfa nto data na ɔmo mfa nhwɛ ne mbo adwuma mfa ma Ghana mekaeɛ ne yɛdi matam hwɛ ɛnɛ MPP foɔ tumi press conference a mese ɛnyɛ mo nwa sɛ adeɛ bɛkye yɛbɛka sɛ minority MPs wives ɛnso bɛyɛ press conference ɛsɛ aka ɔmo nkɔmɔ yɛmu ne nyɛ press conference hwɛ ɔmo yɛ press conference yɛyɛ gold board no ɔmo yɛ national press conference ɔmo headquarters minority yɛ press conference regional offices press conferences constituency offices the same thing eti mo ma Ghana for yɛsrɛ mo ɛma mo ma obiara sɛ mo a wɔka ɛnkɔyɛ te sɛ ayɛ te sɛ bibibi ba na ɛba bɛsɛ ɔman na me nua hwɛ o ɛnkadeɛ ba adeɛ paa na wobɛnya sɛ wanya aban a ɛnkɔtie ne manfo asɛm wo deɛ yɛmfa ne sɛ deɛ MPP foɔ ka ne yɛ nokorɛ ɛsɛ mampanyi Mahama nano minority statement on the best mampanyi Mahama ngye ntumu sɛ bill na ɔpaase yɛ no ɛyɛ bill bɔne ɛdi onye ntum sɛ ɛmmoa nti oyi afiri hɔ mepa kyɛw hwɛ yɛmfa ne sɛ saa mpo na teɛ me nua hwan ɛna ɔmpɛ leader a obɛtie n'asɛm hwan ɛna ɔmpɛ leader a ɔkɔ ahohiahiam ne ahokyerɛ mu a ɔbɛte nka mampanyi Mahama da na sɛ Ghana ni bra ɔte mampanyi Mahama da na sɛ Ghana bibi bɛto Ghana na sɛ nya a ɔte ɛwɔ ne widie mu enti sɛ nka saa mpo na te a mepakyɛ nkɛnyɛ yɛnte Ghana ha sɛ na Ghana fo twaadwo o yi levy ho twaadwo ɔmo sɛ tintintinti yɛde de yɛaka no ɛno a ne ayɛ dɛn yɛaka na ano a yɛkɔ elections yɛyɛ campaign afei deɛ Honorable Mahmoud Bawumia Anamika His Excellency former vice president former vice president ɔse sɛ menya tumi no ayi levy metwam na me na menyɛ president ɔmo yɛ kura metuufo yɛntie me de me ba metwam we asɛm enti yɛsrɛ Ghanafoɔ ato aba but abawe a Ghanafoɔ toyɛ no ɛde history aba ɔman yi mu a nipa bebrebe nanka ɛnyɛ ade ayɛ dɛn yɛhu bi da enti Ghanafoɔ nya abotrɛ gidi a ɔmo nya wɔ NDC aban mu ɛde to aba kɛseɛ saa de ma NDC aban no Ghanafoɔ nya abotrɛ sɛ dwumadi a aban no ɛdie no dwumadi a ɛbɛboa ɔman no yɛn dwen NDC ni bia ni hɔ a ɔwɔ leadership position a ɔdwen deɛ ne obenya ananka yɛ grassroots pia no ɔmo boyɛ ɛsɛ mo betena power bosume nsia nie obi ya MPP no ɔda so te office ɔte hɔ yɛ dɛn na one MPP ba mo betima tena office one day kra MPP win power na me nimi nua kwakwa sie don ketie ntime si power me laptop nyina aka ho wo yɛ bɛma akɔde kɔ he ɛwɔ tema port wo yɛ bɛma akɔ kɔne kɔ he kɔne kɔ wura so kɔ yɛ adwuma.
I'll come back to you but wotie Honorable Enyema were raised here, which means it's not like the MPP was not aware about the energy levy.
Na problem who cause am Mahama ifra bemu yen sha se en free be adum so sha se di free from a champion time ne en wo ye enanka ne yin su ye Rollins baaye Rollins ye bi Rollins la kofa thermal plant de baaye from Gyankroma na hydro ne any alternative bi apart from hydro Rollins na kofa thermal plant de baaye say kofa generators na yen fa light crude oil and power ana odi aboa de thermal plant ni on the baaye edu kufo so ana kufo say ade na ehunhum ehunhum nsem highly spiritual kewa ano fa so for dem ko gina akosombu dam mommo mpae ya bon pae sa akosombu nso beto amana ya manya ma no kofo so Ghana fo ma ya ma fam de nyankopon kra na mpese be nyankane ya bon tu ja ano kofa generators de buy because Rollins akwa kofa thermal plant aba kofo free thermal plant e ko ye normal generator ano kofa generators de buy reku bro better than say toy eba no won say there be problems e won nye sa toy generators yi ana fedo so okọ no akwa buidam so ye Gyankroma ensa no adwuma Gyankroma e feasibility studies Gyankroma a wode contract ema Russian company move to site ede ne niama ko omutu MPP fo nana no mutu Gyankroma bagwe ana mu wi aniama o de ko nyina ana agofo say there be sankofa afede enko bui ana odi Ghana cocoa about 1.5 million metric tons eko 150,000 metric tons eko ko si awa o China and also the bui no catch say be 400 megawatt when we Professor Amit be ye titi bibia film na ka 250 and so yen ena Mahama say I'll fix it ena Mahama sha se in the cofa any power ye kofa car power ye kofa Mary ye kofa we e buy a double generation capacity well yes sign sa power purchase agreement no say a car ban and kofa energy sector levy the buy say 5 years na ye so from 2015 shall say from 2020 2016 2020 near we yet this aka ni nyina de afiri ho na afa de America ba be ye India car power ye pa beto na ni nya ba be ye India opa na be take you over 2017 oba na Esra no amendment na o sha se afa de wo di si awa na de jebosia o de senate ka no akofa energy sector levy sika na de akwa kotua 2.1 billion 2021 na de akwa kotua sika esi ya de beboa manyina monkane agira so na na fe na de bobra foforo odi bu akohwie ena kai wantua fuel a wo so beto wanto e kana meni yen enti MPP eya we the MPP for say omu hand over e de ama John Dramani Mahama the last minister of service under Kufuado ewo energy sector no mumusansa ne hand over note no e de na wa ya de ato o chese me predecessor me successor wo be wo ba fasa akwanya we sune tua energy sector debt no ene kwa ba fasa nyanka ne ano it didn't have anything na the MPP did no said the honorable kai no MPP nya say begu MPP only exists in the minds of Ghanaians. MPP as a political party egu and who is the national chairman? Alright. Who is the general secretary? Where is he? Ye nim so of MPP o mo ankasa party structures no a. Se party no opposition a o mo yi flag bearer 2 years to elections. But before me flag bearer no o mo koto about polling station executive NDC their branch o mo dey polling station. O mo yi polling station executives we are. No ma koto about constituency executives. From constituency, then they will go to a region. Omoyi region we are. Now ma be national executives. Omoyi national executives ni we are. Now for the road map aba. No ma dey akoto aba yi flag bearer. Even cry before flag bearer no beto no. Omo the road map no ba na be say sabre na beti ma sha say campaign. And now me no ka say MPP nkoto aba anyi police station executives. Omunyi constituency. Omunyi region, Omunyi national, but flag bearers are shall say a campaign. Where's the party? And I find mark is one who's saying or no so didn't he? Our parliament, MPP egu me say nana
in the city of the blind men, the one of the one
Mahama by ACD kui nyame ya adom na feed Ghana eseti in tomato a ye na te se kra da Burkina Faso kra so me mfa tomato kra ma Ghana tomato amani eduana wa ha na $2 billion sika e de kra nuane de ba Ghana nko a poultry nko a $400 million nenne poultry aban ba be so asene nkokon ketenkete aban ba be che enne poultry farmers large scale abafi nko aban ma 4 million best nkokon 4 million or de ma omo nkodua monko yen uwi anu abeton ama aban yetimi ma sesika we nyina ginam 24-hour economy ginam already good for oil you can't say good board year juma Dr. Randy Abe face challenge but I think when we na Ghana kokko akuafo hu ne say ni da so e wo
I think even the first quarter figures no are looking good.
Yes. Looking good. Cocoa sector na grow over 3.1%. Just first quarter under Dr. Randy Abe na nkrofo say o tenkra ha ne papa no kokko afuo dent no o timi manage cocoa board. Ene dollar na akofom nyina kire mo so mbetu kokko mu ampana pom betu kokko mu so sanya ma nyina seti ina after this year next year ansha obi hu se wo she MPP t-shirt mob attack ene beba wo so because obi abewu se Ghana ye paya simo kotoko fa kranche nyina e MPP abroni beye abropa ni beye na hwe national service nipa ba ku timi tenase etimi create goals names over 87,000 na ye tuan samanfo ka na ndab kofo en sama ye hunu ni tuan ka na kofo eti social media esu aye adwuma miehu ye tuan na koka ni tuan samanfo ka nipa ba ku mienu miensa timi tenase etimi ewi o man Ghana ska 548 million Ghana cedis between 2018 etimi wia se sika we eti and now a national food buffer stock company de penya no da ho ye ono so fa
the current CEO
Yera George Abredu one na first and President Mahama on na wo baby asami jamfi wo no fantastic man. And I mean, because from next month, National Football Fast Talk Beshasia told me I need to see. Because first time in the history of Ghana, President Mahama Amma Omo 100 million Ghana cedis I feel money better me a DSC because an abandoning the watch me aye. Nana say a war country MPP 2018 Echo was Echo Boro bro and ye be die. Ye can see a bit tria within 6 months from 2018 basic 2024 na ne antimi antua wonim say 2024 MPP abasa ko was ko kopa bro 27,000 metric tons o ta ko kwasire bu o ma ko aska se da bi emu akwa didie ma yanka wo fro mu me ma no so ma ma ya afi ko mbeku yen ene ko as yo ye ba mamo omo ma clearance na Burkina Faso soja ba said there be ono so ma kwan e ma Syria abro bia amfi ni mamu nko e na ma ke sa kokoji another one be pay so meanwhile ne aka che say planting for food the jobs are successful eduane buso okoka agric minister sama kofa brode ka ma e da besi ministry Ghana for mo bedidi na why sanya ma we nyina for 8 good years na buying for fraba me no ka say Mahama na appointment kura onye nwie ministry appointment kura wonye nwie CEO so ebi ne me da ho kura o me da so ye acting afi kura na board na no pay na minister for food agriculture or no great board members a o ko national food buffer stock company dodo no afi no benya mo boss kura board da be confirm o mo yet Ghana fo hu se bi ho ya first time in the history of Ghana yetimi atie aduane so matachi man rice ni say gu shop e gu track mu na nkrofo to something because ya teso first time in the history of Ghana and people doesn't exist enti de o betumi aya no afenyo market de no betumi aye Nesi season bi a so ni leader Nyankopo yi di ma omo. MPP be ko wu no. E ku wie ho ansem afenyo market. Nti nana abana hyenyuma paase. Wo mo a omo ka se aban no NDC enye alternative. Omo a na aban ba ye ni ama sha sese yeye. Mka je se oye artificial. Petrol bu okofo mka je se artificial. Dollar okofo mka je se artificial. Ye ni ama so mka je se artificial. And foreign retailers or more Lebanese ni Chinese omo shops are obi atete ni ama so.
Yeah.
Me say Apple me could be a washing machine. Ewo omo say pay for less. Sprinters branch. Na 3,100. May ending. Me could be say 2,400 Ghana cedis. Foreign shop owners omo to omo ni ama so. Initially na Ghana for ankasa so omo ntiso because onu say den ya dada no a and omo so mu business is egu and omo so asase tiso first time in the history of Ghana na ko kan MPP asem ti say MPP say energy sector no omo nanimu ya 8 years what did they do, how many megawatt omo the count generation capacity omo the count
how come kasa first me the kakra room unfortunately me ba fia na pay na me hu da worry enti metakab na me take akra, so I couldn't watch the full except of the full details of it, but I watched excerpts and me hu maybe kakra. I think there is very interesting.
How interesting?
There are discerning views among two nominees because his lordship Justice Jamefa, his position on the president in you, vice in you, speaker in you are, who should be next? He thinks that the Chief Justice should be. But then
but that is the order.
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
The law just talks about the president, the vice, and the speaker. But his lordship, is it Ajay, right? I don't know whether I got the name right.
Ajay, yeah. Or Parliament.
If you conference in
Conference, okay.
I think he's supposed to be Ajay, if my memory serves me right, or the name, I think so. He has a different opinion. Justice Ajay, I think. Justice Bobie Ansah, I think your president could check for us. He also has a different opinion. Already it tells us how sometimes when it got to the point where we were having the unanimous decisions now, or trend there was something I missed, because these are nominees who are having different views, and these are the views that sometimes it forms law, because it forms their opinion, and their opinion becomes the decision, and that decision now becomes law.
Dominic Ajay.
I think so. Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's interesting, and I feel that, you see, unfortunately, some of these vets, we actually are able to lose the substance of why members of Parliament should vet Supreme Court or his lordships that are being nominated to the Supreme Court. Commander, the reason why in here Parliament, and also they are representing the people. But unfortunately, it looks like now the minority is more interested in representing their political parties more. Yes, thank you. They are more interested in representing their political parties more than their constituents. It is actually questions in the especially the minority MPs, will be sana. It is to fit in their political agenda, their partisan agenda, than the country agenda. Because some of the questions, it is just to be sure that President Mahama oboko second oboko third term and I don't go third term. Really?
Who asked that question?
Oh, almost all of them. Even Apenya also repeated something like that in terms of interpretation of the law. You know, I'm starting first. Padia they be all to bomb this MP they be mentality that also Nancy Okasabahat. He's one of the MPs in the country. Nancy he's been talking by a lot of Bahat. On China, you cry rocks and crab beside there. On Tasi, you a lawyer? Because he was quoting order 2. In reference to my name said now honorable parliament on that day. He was quoting order 2 in reference to statements that are being questions after statements, right?
Oh, greater grants of Ashanti region.
I think of Ashanti region. Ashanti region.
You. Oh yeah, you. But
I mean, he raised this question about a third term. What's the position of the law and what does the justice think? Because why assumption in there? This
Vincent.
No, yeah, Vincent. I say the friend then. In case the why doing there, some of these people have been nominated. You know, Morocco now Akakamuna what the case are called a Supreme Court for interpretation, and these people who are being nominated, they will take a decision to make President Mahama go third term because that has formed their partisan ideology.
13.
Yes.
T7 banner 20.
It's this why they just it would not know form the questions that they were asking. We are losing the essence of the interrogation that should happen. If you are vetting and confer one call to the bench, to the Supreme Court of Ghana, let's say some of the questions that they are being asked. All of it so partisan. Afenyo is asking about and then I know President Tutu Kwena Obia Nyahano na Ibiesi inti what do you think, so that they can use it as a basis to go to court. There are certain traps and you are forgetting that these people are justices and some people you I like some of the answers that Justice Jamafe gave, and he continued to say it, and we will all say it that the law is the law. The law is the law. And Mami MP.
Is the law back? Speaker of Parliament said the law is the law.
Well, is the law. If your Mami MP, you're marking. Ne preamble meya na me gudana me kawaya. It was needless. The platform you chose to say, and some of the things cry now you can cry now. Would be so. They win jina do ntia ekade. This whole thing is questionable now. The provisions of the law are being followed to the letter. Even in your case, in relation to the Charlotte case in Ukraine, you didn't follow the procedure. This is the time where my Chief Justice has an opportunity to even respond before a prima facie case. And you not set a trap for you yourself. Because before I established that there's prima facie, I didn't move the engineer to be womb. I dare it to respond to me. I didn't mean engineer to be womb. I dare respond to not to me to me there. Oh, you may hear but so in the mano. Not there, no, then I should go more further into it. For me, I wish the nominees well. I think that on America it's interesting that we are already seeing how two nominees are discerning. They have different views. So when we get to a point where we continue to have unanimous decisions over and over, truly it creates some questions. Because even at the nominee level, our breach and they are dissent. That's what we should be seeing at the high apex court, where people dissent because they have broad mindset on some of these things. But not unanimous.
Well, still we are on this court matters, but give us Heba Mesedi, give us P capsules aba, and give us Heba Mesom diaba, give us GC Mr. capsules some diaba. Nina no osi and country mo say omemu drug source ahodo ubenya bi edi afriwo. Adia woman say GC Mr. ne capsules no. Ofani mi enu bomo eboa pa. Give us Herbal Center. Omna give us P capsules. Give us Co capsules. Give us Herbal Mixture. Give us GC Mixture and then capsules. Omode Aba. Ainumbi. Ebeboa from 0543 222 470. But honorable, this issue about Ebino so NSS and Yasin President Air Packet Court just because of MPP. Not looking at the cases, the merit of the cases. President Air Packet Courts. Sabe you are dealing MPP for. So I don't know if you have any idea, but looking at the merit of the matters, the cases like NSS, like a Dubois issue, like a wound to me issue, and other matters that you know, and you have first-hand information.
One say ya mete say obi an MPP ni bi ka say NDC aban Air Packet Court because of MPP a. Adam bisa me ho say sabi obi enye bone so emret me che no. Onye bone, onye bibibia etia oman. No bi Packet Court ade fa ho be.
Say na bi akobu aguru so.
Da bi na wo mo okro no e be fra okopede court. Me tia ya me nwi aban sika mfa abaja padi ya fra me court. Enu nti court kura be di ka afre wo no. E kire se bibi eden e wa ase a esi ahwehwem na ye ka ho asem na ye gede ma aban. Me ni ahwe ubisa me se de na me wo ho first hand information. Hwe ECG issue se abai 70% of procurement ECG eye nyina and go through competitive tendering and go through the approval of the board.
Come again.
Mami nche mu se na ti ase and go on say yes ye to o headset we well yes ye allow a fair tender competitively into o de beba o to de o hefa ne boy say papa lawyer de beba ono so to de o hefa ne boy say me so me de beba ti board net na ase ne o say oh ye hwa ade die ye nua panyi bobie die no e na ye papa ne bo no so ye den e wo form enti ne nyi agya tumu se ye mfa ma no omoma anye ne sa o se oti honomo a no osore a no akọ create the company o create company ni wi a no asa all the contract e dey ama company no se obetimi aye se ontimi nye previously during our time se ECG air procurement ansa na ebetua no I say name na bedu warehouse but MPP for buy no enam say ono ani company e no ma ye de yesenti no ama order ese enema na ya kra na nya medu ECG ho no onya the bill of leading by amuntua ne ka ne tia enunti enne so ba me constituency a be before any meter enti bia meter ba ko nipa bed say 15 and 10 eden meba ho me ka bibia me ka besiso ene yusi enunti ube hu say ideally ye hear meters me ba to what you say ensi akoto boat not ebetima yusu sa in the next 15 years yakoto ade a ye hia
which can fall under causing financial loss
enu na omusuro no
ECG one mo
senior na ECG de anya bibi ho de na se kwakwadu bo ahemu case de sesusu awo ene ma koso ho
ECG no
oh
adubo ahemu case
so NSS de nya say National Service Authority esusa aya me say ene ma koso ho no me say esusa Esusa but who say o delay e technical area e abotre na obeden ubenya okay say on be press conference say honorable Jinapo etwantro na brofu bi a eye daily graphic e publish ye no e say enka o publish say those containers no a na your friend is saying minister say ohun no it has been found but paper no e publish say it has been retrieved. It between retrieved and found no montiasie press conference omo ye nyina no ade kudento mu digidi ebe yes our press conference no say your friend minister ba committee nanim
okay
I said no enema MPP4 kan yente asenti bra na be chirechire mu and was there be me ba yeah transition no ECG be ka say 300 containers abeka porter yentuaye yes yentuaye ayeko demorager aban san boka e de ka ho enti ono oka transition team no oba minister no na quickly o set committee and na professor Akwada no omuko omu say hey na mo de nya sa keke o containers ne 1300 de ye kwa ni anya den ye hu and the minister jam report no and no the command
when you two conflicting statements
no the command national security national security dem besa mo ye nese mo kwa o de mo mie container no mo hwe cargo na eden ewo mu no ese esa na eden enetia omugu so mo nya nwie the last time my minister ba committee name was I think second or third obae no na etima containers mu 41 pe emu 23 no o afero master ti mu 23 so yehu ba bi afa ne ya chin krofo a o ma so containers a free port o mu di dwane a o mu ni nkrata bia enunti krono na akoso no hwa meme de me de pa ne se o mu wi no masa aka kire ndc for se mo de from onti hoda mo de ye no say aban no se san
the future is pregnant
you hold your feet to fire honorable Fenyo Markin nanu uni de me de pa senior me say mampanyi Mahama o mama no ni bia ko no krono biem e Ghana ha because ma de kontia say MP so ya appointee a de eche nyina ne say hwe ho ye mfansa nkoka bibi na ekwaye de nkofo be fa so no ekwaye de nkofo be fa so no
ana wo cha se do metwa utafue
me say senior ekwaye de nkofo be fa so no so ya appointee pa na unim na so kofa ba eja pade a si ade wo kwa enka se NDC for he fa bone be na me nkwa na me mo sorry o bone be na mayo because bi asi ho and say no one more you say lawyer for kasa bi omo kan say mo friend say plea bargain say what we are there no yenya nu hwehwe mu so but won say dey dem awia wo de wan kasa fabra so we no kre ade no kra na minim say e kro no na so ni nyina ani aban me de abrel na gia aban no betra science say ya jail ne sa ne ma bi omu a ye be soften ne ya dey e bi kura mpo a ye trial na ya je ne ka bi ho aboka ho ya je ni nyina de ama o man no
na akwa ko wi obi board ye o ti le wi wo fia na nipa no e bae se nipa so koe no o cheki nipa no nan ya o de na tie fu mo na o di dua susu ye no se ade we de le wi ya ko le wi fi naturally we o no se le wi o she sai sai no so di nanyi odi aba na to ho na che
afa
give and take na le so ki se no enyo na afa ba se sa na akwa ne ka jo obodi bi dade bo ko fa di abro eno mo se na on aso da bi akwa ho dwo no obuade se di osi ebe busa no kra se we wi abodi do o du obu ka ho ko fa bodi ni bi abro
eno no woni se
o so da se dia o ko fa bara je se asu bi aba
ebi mo ba
really
obi mo ba ebi mu ba na no press conference a honorable ayi ne no o de aksa kotie obobo bi mu di wom ebi mu ba nti unim se NPP for say omunti ena ye pake NDC pake court no a ye ni omo ya adwen se court NDC kwa ye mfa nko si ebeja ato ho aha do so ya appointee a ye serew se the president Mahama aka no emfa unsa enkofa sika enye odia mo ni nso de obenya mo ni nso de se fatawo
you are good to go
uya ohun so asem bia ye den eni ho enen krofo ebi mu na o obi ho enya mo ni di o so da ona
so oni
me say yenya mo obi di oda ona na me mpese mete e wosa de we mu ese be hu NDC phobia ombe so be defend MPP fo a omo wia Ghana bo Ghana kro no
se omo fa ase akopa achew
enya achew pa cross bi hono ma ombe se sembe public engagement na ese ye edu nipa no so na se ye krokro asem no o ase ntimi nkas ye no so wakwa kwaji sika obabi a nkwa na wadi o
obi ani bi
nyame amwa kra unim ade ombe san ye and this for you careful I don't person mo ye ne se no mo so mo ye sa ade no nya no mo man this for no so bidi
sir
oh yes no ante se kwabena dubu an be ka se ni sika odi bi ko parliament
but he couldn't prove it
oh say unim the ono oda form no onsuro ayada bia bia mu na ka se si 78 na police wa ba ha be kire se ma bokro no na me ka se me no ne kobo ya ebeja
oh ya ndim beko
yebeja o makobo kro no nim ho hwe na se me ka se me no na akobo kro no de me de ma okra no wo se se o mpaase ase osum nya ase ampaye ko ya de ne se ho ya onya kromfo ni bia and say so do bi sika no are careful if from say accomplices accomplices ya do be dey ya do be ka ho
kwame na say wo msika ya chirim kwame wo msika ya chirim
Hey, Commander, you see, there's something honorable Kaya, and a pen American one. If you more was can I will be what the thought treasury bill. And there is a school of thought there. The treasury bill now, where Yama, it became like 32-34%, and it was for a reason.
Just to benefit them.
Yes, that's what Monjobia.
So now they have gotten so much interest. It is a Abana or bear fight for pre-bargainer. They've already benefited.
Into any day,
100% that money.
Capital, I don't know what they back.
So he can decide to give you back your money.
But
he has a
there be na time we are scanning free any na so interest be tia na so this kind of back
again. That's what I'm saying. So those things should be considered. It's very important. Those things should be considered. If not, people are benefiting and they've nobody always see Gyankroma was say at all.
Nobody are investing in real estate.
Yes.
And they are rent and no over say plea again so me dine 5 free there me the Ghana case it money why you verse ready
I don't know
and this time we see dine no any part no more 20 ni e be gini nyina
exactly
na chere say enye plea bargain some be any pano why am person dey patum
oh that be
na be say adie 5 years ago me dey ajeje rent say we say we dey there we are more can 12 free wo.
Oh yes,
it's
supposed to be.
There be no scanner out there.
Take me home.
There be scanner out there.
Yes, take me home.
Say scanner out there.
Take me
so
home.
No, but proceeds of thievery or corruption does not belong to you. They are proceeds of the corruption, the Corrupt Act.
Yeah, Boadu Oyarefa. Estate. Hey, Mr. Mo started dino. Oh
really?
Yes, yes, yeah, but oh, Oyarefa, so drew baby a special drink in one. What special drink a crave you are doing special ice no on Sunday faso estate.
Aye,
ya bet you say you go for bet you
But I said the party.
That will be antim.
Alfred was in the room.
Was Simon. Oh, you peja dana near Sierra. You peja dana, yes, you.
You ever go dear buying some?
Ah, let them make my foot to Nano.
Now, dear buying some, I'm very dang.
My foot to Nano. Made the year and before I make sure more.
Good question.
Because Cron for a Cron for.
So, me, Busmas, no drink to a year, the old year.
I said, the animal could be buying some more. Say, I buy there.
About you saw now over to.
Oh, the abandoned person there no the bay. Nessa buying war, a buying word Japadia, a running and my buying Sika.
Yes.
STC near buying there.
Media.
Now to STC must say to a scanner coin.
Metia.
A qua by mu. Aha.
Over party general. Over party general. I'm a citizen. Madame Smith. Senior. Say what your name is. Live on a 100.5 citizen show. All right. So I mean, come on for say a year in boost. A year na unumbi no. Or say a bow a boost to a year immune system. Emma out to me a jina or now to say P in boost. Out me Dana. Say.
Ebi anaye o ya ana unaye o ya na no maduro no a na watime gina so aha
But you
Uma me himbus na me timi nyina me nan so